that just about looks good. I'll move you guys a little bit closer. Read what you guys are saying. Not that there's anyone here yet. Just yet. Ooh, look at me being all prepared. Professional YouTuber. Oh boy. Let's see, how's that look? That looks good to me. Alright, wake up the old anvil. Wake up the old forge. Hey, welcome. Sticking my hand up, see. Hey, Team Fear, welcome. We're going to be doing a bit of a special live stream. I'm going to see how many knives I can bang out in 5 hours. I've got a list. The other half of this paper. Get that forge going. Yeah, I'm going to pin that. Thanks, boss. Appreciate you. Real MVP over here. Ooh. Do a better job of reminding people to like, comment, subscribe than I do. I appreciate you for it. Welcome, other person. How's that look? Angle's a little weird on that. I can read you pretty well there. Not a troll bot, but I try my best. Alright. Alright. We're gonna get this forge lit up. So light this little piece of paper on fire. Get that going. See how much propane's left in this tank. Yep. Okay, well, we're going to get another piece of paper. Sacrifice a little more of our to-do list today. I think we're just going to set that right inside. Get that going. I need to invest in a long lighter. It's lit, as the kids would say. That lighter there. I think I have a second lighter even. Welcome, everyone. Doing some forging there. See how many knives we can do. Learning how to do that. Yeah. And just little pieces. I mean, we still got most of it. I'm not gonna like be strict about sticking to this. But it's just kind of a general idea of some stuff I want to forge. I think we're gonna, while the forge is heating up, I think we're gonna start with some of those penannular brooches real quick. We're not just gonna do knives today. We'll mostly be doing knives, but I've got this cool, nice harding tool, which just goes in the whole anvil. If you didn't know, we got this nice square hole here. Stick it in. This is a nice little guide. Make stuff the right size. Yeah. Just gonna get this going. While we're I got this very fancy high-tech piece of equipment here. Hold this piece of steel in the fire. Just a literal stick in the mud. Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, those autocorrects always get you. Let's see about centering you guys a little bit more. Hopefully you guys don't fall over again. I think I'm actually going to set something on the legs. This is my recently repaired tripod that when I fell that one time I broke. Last live streams. I have no idea how much propane's left in this tank. We're going to see how how far we can get with it. We do have another one on standby. Thanks to a generous donation from one of my adoring fans, which, if you guys don't know, I have memberships open. That's why shout out to Team Fear here, one of my channel members. You get a cool little badge, and it shows up different in the chat if you're a member. Thank you much for that. Shout out to you, Team Fear. On that forge to heat up burger. That does sound good. Let's see. I've started pretending that he is something like an Abbott, Costello, or mime show. Wisecracker. Wisecracker is a great name. Big like from Germany. Hey, appreciate that. It takes for my forge to get up to a really good temperature. It's also kind of one, preheating my forge. Two, subscribe to your channel, bro. Keep going. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely will keep going. Because people like you show their support. Somebody that like myself. Appreciate you a lot. You guys are the reason I'm doing this. I'm not making enough money yet to leave off of YouTube, you know. But if that happens, that'd be really cool. That'd be because of people like me that I get to live out, you know, do things I'm passionate about. Outdoors, blacksmithing, woodworking. I don't have my mic today. Can you guys hear me okay? We're going to draw this out as a square. Going from round to square, so we're going to draw it out a little bit. I think I'm going to cut it right about here. I don't need this guy just yet. You are the reason I'm here. I'm new and I'm Greek and I try to be funny. I appreciate it. My grandpa was a blacksmith in Transylvania. That's in Land of Dracula. That's crazy. That's cool though. It's like it's you usually forget like places that you have infamous places are like real, you know. One of my friends I told when I was a kid that Transylvania was real. He was like, no, that's from Dracula. It's like it is from Dracula and it is also a real place. I think this is gonna be a little too thick. I think we're gonna make this guy a little bit smaller. No, we'll leave it big. We'll make a big old brooch. Big angular brooch. But, that's for like, it's like a cloak pin, basically. You hear your great boss sweet. Awesome, yeah. I'm trying to project my voice a little better than normal. Try to work on that. Yeah, I don't, after my last live stream, that I use my mic on, which is the one where I do the hiking. Can't find my mic. Assuming it's really something really stupid. That would just be my guess, though. Go ahead. Hit it on the corner of the anvil. Gotta get a point where I start to thin it out. I've made a couple of these brooches now, and I've realized you can't leave them too square. And that's because whenever you put the pin on that you push through the cloak or the plank or whatever you want to use it on, it doesn't want to, the pin doesn't want to move. I should have brought one of my past ones out. I think gerbils are a lot of fun too, into raising animals around the same time and doing coffee animals. Okay. All right. Definitely the most definitely the most unhinged comments so far. Unhinged chat. Appreciate it. Hello, Sheffield Turner. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, bud? Glad to see you. Catching a live stream. Happy to have you. Draw this guy out a little bit more. Need to adjust my stance, or else I'm going to wear myself out. Kind of see the shape, coming in and everything. Difference is thick here, thin up here, thinner there. So now that we got to this point, I'm going to go ahead and knock out some of those big hammer marks. And I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to round it out. I think I might put a couple little twists in the end just to make it a little bit fancier. But nothing too fancy. What I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to whip out a bunch of knives just so I can throw some stuff on my Etsy shop, which my Etsy is same name as my channel. I need to look into whether or not I can post the Etsy shop and the shop's affiliate page on YouTube. I know YouTube is kind of weird about some of that stuff. We're going to look at our heat source. Going to go ahead and round it back out now. We don't want it to be perfectly circular. I want it to be kind of blocky. We'll get to the knives here in a minute. I think that looks okay. I don't know why I keep coming in at this angle. That's really going to wear me out. The kind of taper I want. I want it thicker in the middle, thinner at the ends. I'm going to thin this side out a little bit more. I should give it another heat to do this, but it's just mild steel. It doesn't have to be very strong. So I think we're going to give it one more heat. I'll be straightening out some more of these sharper edges, and I think we're going to curve it. Take care, buddy. Buddy, I heard your phone vibrate when I shared it to the Discord. You heading out? Let's see. Can you start a fire with just a hammer and a piece of iron? Yeah, sure. Free Wendell ukuleles? I am not into ukuleles. Make me a 5-pound axe. Maybe I will. Here's the Discord link to Mystic Forge's page, y'all. Appreciate that. Everyone join the Discord. We got a couple channels on there. One where we share crafts, one where we share, memes. Just trying to build a little bit of a community for all the different things people are into. There's really a space where people can share their passions no matter what it is, within reason, obviously. It is trying to keep it family friendly. Also, just about empty. Thank you. My son's getting a large truck rim to make a charcoal board and some metal drums to make charcoal. That's awesome. That's really cool. That is very cool. Always love hearing people get into new hobbies, especially the older, old-fashioned traditional skills like blacksmithing, woodworking, all that. Beautiful. got this attached to the big piece. I think I'm going to start drawing out this end. Straighten this out a bit. I don't need it to be curved just yet. I'm going to draw this out just a little bit. This will look nice whenever I put the twist in. So I can draw out the other side and see where I want the other twist to be on the other side. Hello, welcome David Bongari. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sounds like we're going to have to change out that, I don't know if you guys can hear it very well, but it sounds like we're going to have to change out the propane tank pretty soon here, which is okay. I just also wanted to get the forge up the temperature. Go ahead and draw this side out a little bit more. Get this side thinned out like the other side is. Almost there. Don't want to thin it out all the way though. Right now I'm making a brooch, and then I'm gonna make a, I'm gonna see how many knives I can make before 5 o'clock. All right. Right now, actually. Yeah, we need more heat on there. Welcome. Anyone got any questions about blacksmithing or outdoor stuff at all while I'm waiting for this? Where I can, right now actually, don't want to square this off too much, so I'm going to put that kind of rounded square look back on it. Doesn't need to be perfect, because like I said, I'm going to be twisting this part. Just about where we want it. Get that back up to heat. This is going to be a pretty big one, which is fine. The big ones are nice because they'll go on whatever kind of blanket you want to put them on. Go ahead and grab. Yeah, I need to clean up my tools, getting some rust on them. They say a tool that sits rusts, and I have not forged in a little bit, so. A knife that sits dulls, and a tool that sits rusts. Twist on here. Nothing too crazy. Just enough for it to be a little decorative. Get kind of a twist on there. I think we want it a little bit better than that though. Just clean up so I can see it a little better. I think I'm going to do like one or two more rotations on there just to get that looking a little nicer. You know when the metal, how do you know when the metal's hot enough? So the way, hey, welcome Benadryl. The way you tell is basically by color. So on it glowing, essentially. Cherry red's okay for some things. It really depends on what kind of metal you're working with. This is just a mild steel, which means it doesn't have a whole lot of carbon. It's not made for tools or anything. So this is pretty forgiving stuff. You can kind of do a lot more. You can get away with more on this than you can with the high carbon steel, which we're going to work with here in a minute. Had nice piece of wood. So I don't want to deform the we're going to have to improvise a little wooden mallet here. We're going to go ahead and pull this down. I just want to kind of straighten that out a little bit. I have it curved this way. But I think that's enough of a twist on that side. We're going to go ahead and twist the other side now. Afternoon, brother man. Hey, Plunder Shop. Shout out to one of my other channel members there. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, appreciate the gift, Timothy Berlin. Appreciate that. Coffee cleans out the old wazoo. Okay. Alright, so when you're doing the twists on these, you really want to make sure that you don't have the wrong tongue for the wrong hand. You really want to make sure that you're twisting in a way that's going to match up. So I'm going to twist it the same way. Let's see, this one's twisting a little bit differently. I started with a lower heat. That's fine. Go back in. I dilly-dallied too long whenever I pulled it out. It's going to be a pretty good sized pin. But yeah, shout out to S&S Plunder Shop. Check his channel out. He's a knife maker as well. Plunder Shop. We're seeing how many knives we can make before 5. Just let the forge get up to tip real quick. Burning out the last little bit of propane in this old tank before I switch to the new one. That way I'm not in the middle of, making a knife and then have to stop and push that out. So we're putting twisting some of these brooches. We're making one of these brooches. It's going to be a pretty big boy. I think that's good enough for government work. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy back in the forge, try to get that center heated up, and then we're going to do the twist on it. list of things to do today. Touch it with your hand. No, you do that once. But yeah, it's like you kind of learn. You kind of learn pretty quick. When you start doing blacksmithing work, you start making knives and stuff, you learn to not trust metal. You touch something hot once or twice, maybe every once in a while. And let me tell you, you learn that lesson pretty quick. So, go ahead and twist this guy out a little bit. Like I said, this guy's going to be pretty big. We're going to get a small hammer and tap it in. There he is. Hopefully not deform our shape too much. I actually want to pull that back out. I want that to be a little bit. There we go. Want it to be a little more closed up there. Close that one side in. We're going to go ahead and flip her around, throw her in the forge. Get that other end matched up a little bit. You're right, don't touch hot stuff either, for sure. How'd you and your family do with the cold? Hope you stayed warm. Yeah, we did all right, you know. I mean, we have like a $400 gas and electric bill that's looming over my head like the sword of Damocles, but you know. Yeah, it was definitely a lot hammered. It was definitely cold. It was definitely. You know, you persevered. That's all you can do. We're gonna go ahead and try to start this guy off a little bit better. See if I can get this pinch. Bring that in a little bit more. There we go. Go ahead and twist that whole thing. The reason I want to do this first, I'm gonna put these twists on here, is because that's what's going to grab onto the thing. Plus, it's really hard to do once you put it in the once you have it bent into a circle. It's really hard to get that shape in there. But yeah, I think after this we're going to switch to the knives. So, and I'm going to make some fire steels too, just some stuff to throw up on the Etsy shop. Like I said, I got like a $400 gas electric bill. So, thanks, Amber. Fortunately, in my area, there's only one person you can go through for electric, and or one company you can go through for electric. But so you know, they can make the prices whatever they want. They gave us like a random $140 charge for delivery and installation. But we didn't have any new like units put on the house or anything, so who knows? Gotta love it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try to give it a bit of a twist. Have that catch on there. We're gonna twist it all around, all the way around. Whew. It's got paint on it. Definitely smell that paint. I think I brought that in enough. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that a bit. I've never used a jig like this for this. I'm just gonna actually use 2 pairs of tongs. Strong arm it. I don't know how much I like this thing. I think the diameter is a little too big for what I want to do. We got the beginning of the shape there. We're going to close it up with hammers. Hammers and tongs. Yeah, I don't don't think I cared too much for that. I mean, it was just like a $30 special off Amazon. Fancy. Yeah, it's okay. A little late. Yeah, it's okay. We're going to be doing a long stream today, so we're going to be here about 5 hours, seeing how many knives we can bang out. You're just here just for warming up the anvil, or warming up the forge. So you're just on time, in fact. We're about to start the actual fun stuff here in a minute. So yeah, shout out to Branches, another channel member. You get a couple perks whenever you sign up for channel memberships. Just working on this cloak pin. We're going to break this out of it. She's looking a little lopsided. So we're going to bring this side in. That down a little bit more, straighten that out on more, but you can kind of get the shape. You need to address that a little bit. I think I should have just done it the way I normally do it instead of trying to use that that jig that I've never used before. I think I should have played with it a little bit more before I tried to use it. Hey, there's some of the cool crowd member. Heck yeah, there's some of the cool stickers for members. Oh, just about out of gas. Switch it over. We're going to throw this guy in a little bit more. I like that shape a lot more. I might try to. It's kind of hard to get these symmetrical. Try to get that tucked in a little bit more. Lopsided, so we're going to heat it up again, and we're going to I'm not happy with that. We're going to try to get that a little bit nicer. Kind of looks like a pomegranate. Yeah, I want to kind of gently get that curve out. This will be a little lopsided. I think I'll throw this on the Etsy, but I think I'll probably discount it if I can't really get the shape right. Nice little Viking annular brooch. Stand on this piece of wood here. Ground underneath me is pretty soupy. I need to. I have all these wood chips. I keep throwing them down, but they're not doing too much. Right side we want to work on, heat it up a little bit. Go ahead and do that. Bring that out. Close a little bit more. Grab that. Bend it down a bit. I think that looks a lot better comes to matching the twists. Back in. Yeah. Get that kind of nice. I like that. I just need to put a pin on it. Really simple project. I'm going to straighten out this bottom a little bit. I think I'm going to straighten out this side just a little bit. I don't need too much heat to do that, so I think I'm just going to do that real quick, and then I'm really itching to make some knives, guys. Definitely get some knives done. My buddy S&S Plunder Shop here has inspired me to make some knives. He's been banging them out left and right on his channel. Check out his live streams. S&S Plunder Shop right down there in the chat. Those little emoji things. I need to make some more. I have some. I just need to put them on the channel. I'm going to grab a thinner piece of wood. I'll be right back. Let that wood heat up, or let that steel heat up for a second. I don't care about getting dirty, but the last thing I need is for the a slip and they'll go head first into the board or something. That'd be my luck. Make for a hell of a flip though. I think that's good. So we're gonna let this cool off a little bit. I'm gonna show you a cool blacksmith trick. Well, that's cool. We want it down, not glowing. We want it down just really, really, really gentle black heat. But I like the shape on that. We just need to put a pin. The pin will go on there, and essentially what you do is you push your fabric through there, and then the pin, you stick the pin through, and it holds two pieces of cloth together. And what that's for is it just it turns a blanket into a cloak or coat. The frontiersmen use these. They've used these all the way from like the ancient Egyptians had something similar. I mean, we've been using these for thousands of years. We really just stopped using these in the last couple hundred years. So I can kind of feel the heat from it. So we've got this big block of beeswax. We're just going to go ahead and test out the temperature. Looks good to me. Oh, no, too hot. I was about to say, you want it to smoke, but you don't want it to catch on fire. Because what this is going to do, it's going to leave a nice protective layer on the outside of this. And it'll give it that nice, like, classic blacksmith look. Usually you do beeswax and some little other stuff mixed in, but we're going to go ahead and hit this guy while he's warm with just some regular beeswax. We're getting a little on the forge, that's okay. We'll let this do this. Basically it burns. It's like seasoning cast iron. But man, it smells really good too. But yeah, it's essentially the same thing. So this will all burn on there, and then it'll be a nice little brooch for somebody. Throw this up on Etsy later. Set her on a rock down there and cool off. But what do you think, guys? Think we're ready for some knives? I think so. Don't lie, it's a block of cheese. You think I'm letting a block of cheese survive unscathed that long? 5 minutes? No way. Let's make a quick little flint and steel kit thing. Very serious striker slash flint and steel. My own personal design. It's one side's a flint and steel striker, the other side's a ferrocerium rod striker. I think we're gonna make about 2 of these. What blades are you making? I got a list because I was going to get distracted. So we're going to make a couple pucos, a couple small carvers, a couple little bent knives, spoon making knives. I think I'm going to try my hand at making a couple blacksmith knives. Maybe a couple bushcraft knives. And about 2 flint and steel striker kits. I'm trying to build stock for my Etsy shop. I think we're going to actually get 2 going at the same time. I think I'm going to work on that knife for that contest too, that competition. I'm going to wait till the forge. I'm going to wait till we get a really good heat on the forge and wait until I get that new tank on. All the hair on my knuckles again. So you can tell a blacksmith or a knife maker. Are you making weapons to eliminate the PDF files? I don't know what that means. I do not promote violence on my channel. I make tools for very specific purposes, mostly carving. You ever made a hidden blade? What do you mean by hidden blade? Like something like Assassin's Creed, like wrist style thing. Yeah, I think I do want to start. I do want to start the that one knife. I think we're gonna start with let's start like bushcrafting. start with a bushcraft knife. You know, I've been making a lot of hidden tang knives. I think we'll do a full tang knife this time. I think this will be just a really nice top. We're going to make something similar to this. Similar to this guy, which is also my main ADC knife. You can see that bluing showing up really well now. It's kind of aged well. So we're going to make something kind of similar to this. It might be a little bit smaller. I've been tending to favor smaller knives, so we'll make some of those. Adjust the temperature on there. I think we're just about done. We work in the darkness. Any knife that is hidden, but yeah, that too. Was the forge expensive? Did you make it or buy it? So it was not very expensive. It's about $100 on Amazon, but you have to put it together yourself. That's kind of why they're so cheap. It's nothing special here. I'll just show you real quick. Bring you guys in. Oh yeah, I forgot I read you under stuff. So this is just my forge setup. This is just my forge setup, just a little cheapy cheap. It's basically bent steel. Obviously you got the gas intake. It's just keratin wool, which is really fireproof wool, surrounded by satanite, which is refractory cement, which can handle high temperatures, and the little fire brick at the bottom. And that's it. It's sitting on a griddle, a cast iron griddle, on top of some sort of plant stand, like flower box stand. Oh, it's noon. I hear the church bells. Plug you guys back in real quick. I think I might drop you down a little bit lower too. How does that look, guys? Sorry to be shaking you everywhere. Oh, I re-broke my tripod. Oops. That super glue did not hold. Well, that's always really fun to break stuff. Break your important filming equipment while you're filming. That's not cool. To be fair, I mean, I did take a pretty good tumble with it. I do have a backup in case something like this happened. I'll be right back. But, I mean, to be fair, I only paid a couple bucks for it on Black Friday, so. I'm not going to switch you guys yet, because this other tripod I have is way shorter. I'm not going to switch you guys just yet. I'm going to see if we can sort of... I'm going to put a piece of wood right under it. See if we can't support the broken legs of the tripod. I've been looking at one that's, you know, a little bit higher end, but money's tight right now. Hopefully, I mean, that's kind of why I'm trying to stock up the Etsy shop, get some stuff sold. Breaking stuff is the first I've ever seen a forge like that, but I like it. Yeah, it's a nice little propane one. It's not bad, it's not great. It's only bad in the way that it wants to be on full blast all the time. I think we draw that out a bit. I'm going to imagine what I want to do with that. So I dropped my other piece of steel. Yeah, this forge is definitely taking a long time to heat up this steel, way longer than it should be. But yeah, I already tried fixing the tripod, but yeah. I might, two-part epoxy it. I just used some old super glue to try to fix it up, but we'll see. why this little piece of metal is heating up slower than this big piece. We're going to start drawing it out, thinning it out a little bit. Just so I can get my my other pair of tongs on there a little bit better. It's about time to switch out that propane tank. It's puttering. I'll build you something. Show me your wares. I don't have any done yet. I have all I've made today so far. This little blanket pin, this cloak pin. Got that done. Just have to put the little pokey bit on it. I may mess around and maybe make some out of brass. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a buoy today too. Drop forged. Right in the mud. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because this is gonna be a pretty simple guy. Man, it's not one to take heat. My actual knife making tongs. Switch her up. Build you something. Aren't you scared? No. Scared of what? Oh, scared of what? That's funny. What would I be scared of? Fire? Heat? Burning? Not particularly. If you let fear live your life for you, you're no longer living. Letting fear control my life. You know, it's like, sure, it may be dangerous to, you know, do stuff like forging. Thundershot sent me a funny meme the other day where it's like a blacksmith talking on, I guess, a podcast, and he was like, oh, blacksmithing's a lot like Australia, because everything wants to kill you. And it's like, it sounds dramatic, but it's pretty true. I mean, be too dramatic or anything. Got that drawn out a little bit more. I think I'm gonna do just a little bit more, just to make sure we have enough for the handle. I have not made a full tang knife in a hot minute, just because it's so easy to do the through tang knives. How much gas would you use per stream? It depends on how long the stream is. I'd say half a tank. Or I don't know. I had one that lasted me about 4 streams. I'm gonna probably be going through almost a full tank this entire stream. So, I mean, the one I bought today was $26. The prices on the propane went down, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's probably like, I'm probably using $10 of gas per stream if I'm doing like a 2 or 3 hour stream. This is gonna be like 5, so I might use this entire new tank. That's why I haven't been doing forging lately, is I haven't really had the extra money to dedicate to put towards the channel. It's been a little, not to be like, oh, pity me, poor me. Oh my gosh, that's really irritating. But money has been really tight. My last check was like $300 and I get paid every week, so it's been pretty rough lately, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I'll get through it. I've been through worse. This is just gonna be one of my little fire steels. Oh, actually, Thundershot, this is from that big piece of 1095 you gave me. I just cut a little bit off the end, cut a little couple pieces, but yeah. Good, I gotta refill my 100. Oh yeah. Yeah, you hear how quiet that forge is? It's the very end. I'm I'm gonna open her up all the way, dump out the last little bit of that gas. Oh wow, yep, that's it's pretty empty, so it did not make much of a difference. I think we got enough heat on the knife. I'm excited, I haven't made a bushcraft knife in a while. Really hard to not want to keep this, but I need the moolah. Draw this out a little bit more. I think that's just about where I want it. We're gonna flatten her out. Get rid of this fish mouth that's forming. I think we're gonna thin out the handle too. We're just going to kind of play it by ear. It's going to be kind of similar to the one I'm carrying, but it's not going to be exact, which is fine. I'm just kind of, I want to try to experiment. I want to go out of my comfort zone a little bit more. Yeah, we're switching this propane tank. After I'm going to finish this fire steel, I think we're going to switch it out. There's not a lot of color on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring the corners in. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Now I'm going to intentionally do a fish mouth on this guy. Some people like it. I do not care for it as a ferrocerium striker, and some people like the little fish mouth shape for striking flint and steel. You can tell this is way better quality than 1095 than some of the last stuff I bought. Because it's a little bit harder to forge. It is also thicker. So we're going to go ahead and, don't know if you can hear how quiet that is. We're going to switch her out. Pardon me, I'll be off stream for a second. What's your guys' favorite donut? I'm a big fan of chocolate long johns are good. Did I close this? Chocolate long johns are good. I like a good Bavarian cream filled donut. I feel like I had a different answer until I started thinking about it, but I can't even think of what it would be. I don't hear any hissing. Let's go. Boom! Now we're cooking with gas. By that I mean forging. We'll see how that works. Dwarves are the best blacksmith. Dwarves are the best blacksmith. Free donuts are the best. Hey, yo, you know that's true. Okay. I did not even consider free donuts being a donut. That parlor donut place we met by, Plunder Shop, that place is pretty good. Nutella donuts are pretty good. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm glad I'm getting to use it too. I want to use that for knives, especially. But 1095 is really good. 1095 is really good for fire steel. Because it gets really hard. Fire steel is a little bit weird, like as a knife maker to use. Because basically, you harden it, you quench it, harden it, but you don't temper it at all. So it just stays super glass hard, which is what you want, which is just, it's like feels really weird as a knife maker. I'm trying to imagine what I want to come out of this. I should have ground this weird cut end off. That might be a little bit of a problem, but I can always grind. Any problem with that later on. Yeah, but I'm going to film like a demonstration video how these work. This will be a really nice one. Go on a fire kit. Knock this quarter a little bit. Everyone's going to be a little bit unique, but this is going to go on a fire kit on Etsy. Now we're definitely getting somewhere. So nice to switch to a fresh take propane. Bring this corner in a little bit more. This is the side that strikes the flint and steel. I think that's actually just about done. I forgot how simple it is to make these. There's no reason. I may have killed my angle grinder earlier. Craftsman's best friend. Yeah, I may have killed mine earlier. I mean, it's $5 Harbor Freight special I've been using for 10 years. Hey everyone, hey Zero, welcome. So we're up to the 80s. Chill's Donut Shop. Stop making donuts. Heck yeah. What's going on today? We're making a bunch of knives. I'm trying to make some stock for the Etsy shop. We're gonna have some fire kits. We're gonna have some knives, a couple brooches maybe for Lincoln pins. Right now, Zero, and shout out to Zero for being a channel member. Cool guy. Right now we're making a bushcraft knife. And we're making a fire steel. So we're kind of starting off a little bushcrafty, starting at the Mystic Forge roots. I'm kind of going adjust my stance better. I'm really bad about that. We're going to kind of see. We don't have a whole lot of plans for what this bushcraft knife will be exactly. We're kind of playing it by ear, see what the steel wants to do. Yeah, I'm going to be putting up some like nice little fire kits, some nice little trying to just get some stock done. I think I'm going to actually get rid of that fish mount a little bit more. I think I'll probably grind off the last little bit. But I think it's going to flatten around a bit. I think she's pretty much done. I think we're going to put some nice hammer marks in it. Because usually people are like, oh, that's just decorative. These ones are functional. Cross beams. About this guy. Go back to our first knife. We're working on. We're going to go ahead and I think I want this one to kind of be a thicker, full tank Puko style knife. Terminology. People in the chat, but we'll kind of see what I'm going for. Fix my stance. This way looks better for the camera anyway. I'm going to kind of make like a bigger copy of one of my favorite EDC knives. Condor Indigenous Puko. Guy around, flip him around, flatten out that there, flip it around, some nice camera marks. chats. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and start forking in some bells on this guy now. Definitely the wrong camera to use for this. I did not realize until just now. There. Keep back on. Just on the chat. See what you guys are jibber jabbering about. Awesome. Load that Etsy. I'm going to try. Really try. Money's tight this month, so. Brass blades at the moment. Heck yeah. Or you brass for a blade at the moment. Yeah. Heck yeah. Did you already forge like the little end up, the little like bit where it kind of comes in? See how hot this brooch is. Not at all. It's got that nice black finish. That guy's going to be going up on the Etsy shop. What do you think, guys? Do you think this black would look good? I'm going to try one with I'm going to put brass. I'm going to put a brass pin on here. I think that would be really cool. That nice, like, black with that brass. I think that'd pop. Do a couple of those, see how those people like that. I think I want to isolate the tang on this now. Doing one through tang now because I forgot. I'm so used to doing the through tangs now. We'll just make this a good size through tang. I think it'll be a pretty nice guy. Pretty nice looking. Nice. Go really fast and forging this stuff because I want to get a bunch out, but I don't want to kill myself. I have to work where I worked yesterday. Nice little texture with gripping on it. I've got the rest of the fire kit ready for this. I'm not going to do a belt pouch or anything with these. It's going to be a simple little tin style one. Just kind of like almost a better quality Altoids tin. But I think we're going to quench that. Got some nice hammer marks on it. Get her up. Day of this. I know it'd be like really boring. I need to whip out about 50 of these. I can't stand making the same thing over and over and over and over. I know what I'm gonna do with this one. This is gonna be that buoy. Can't throw hands up. Guy I used to work with, actually my first ever customer, recently got in contact with him again. I need to, you know what, I don't think this is going to be very good. He wants a specific replica from a movie. I think it's I made him one already. Legends of the Fall. the YouTubing. Both are awesome. Yeah. Work 6 days a week. Not sometimes I do. 12-hour days. Here lately, the reason that my last check was like so small was because we had that weather, all that snow and everything, and we shut down for a day. Didn't know if we could get in, but it depends. My shift changes, my schedule changes all the time. One week I'll work like 3 days. Like this upcoming one, I'm going to work 4 days. I was supposed to be off yesterday, but we fired a guy. So, had to go in and cover for him. But yeah, I don't want to talk about work too much, but yeah. It depends. Sometimes I work a lot, sometimes I work a little. Mostly a lot. Yeah. Hey, but hey, Rob from Depression Talk. Check out his channel. Cool guy. I believe he's also a channel member. Shout out to you, Rob, Depression Talk. Check his channel out. He does woodworking and talks about coping with depression. Has like a really cool, chill morning coffee thing he does that I really like. I haven't been able to catch him, but he does that just about every day. Rob, we're just forging out some knives. I need to work on this. We're doing right now, it was going to be a bushcraft knife, but then I accidentally started making it into a hidden tang knife. So we're going to go ahead and make this into a handle buoy. Tank doesn't need to be too terribly long on this guy. We're also making this guy here. I'm actually going to flip around. This is a steel striker slash ferrocerium rod striker. Outdoor bushcraft stuff. I might do a thermocycle on it while I let the oil heat up to kind of drop the ball on prepping my oil up. Could always do that later, do all my quenching later, but people seem to like quenching. If fortune fires anything to go by. Got our sacrificial piece of steel. Up the temperature, maybe continue fireball here. Yep. You guys can't see it. I sure can. Just making sure it's not going to reach my propane zone. Up for now. Let it do a thermal cycle. Hang out here on the rock. I'll work on this knife. Hammer. There it is. How are you doing today, Rob? And everyone else. Happy birthday, Rob. Yeah, Robert. Cool trip. Happy birthday. I'm new bladesmith. Hobby type, I use Japanese box bellows. Coal versus charcoal. I would do coal, honestly, but I mean, I don't know. It depends. If you're doing it just as a hobby, charcoal's fine. You know, if you're not, doing a whole bunch of knives a day, and you're just making a couple for yourself, charcoal's fine. And it's better if you can make your own. Wow, that was hot. Your own charcoal, just with a couple barrels and a couple metal containers. out. I think he wants it just mostly as a replica wall hanger piece. We've got it mostly forged shape. Stuff I need to address on there, but I'm gonna start to forge in the bevels. Get our next piece of steel in here. Catch up on the chat real quick. Can't hear you well, buddy. Oh, sorry. Don't know where my mic is. I'll try to speak up for you a little bit, though. I was kind of facing away. Does that, if I project a little bit more of my voice, does that help a bit? Need to figure out something to do about all this mud. Standing here forging, I've killed all the grass, so it's just straight up mud. Forge is overpowering you. Let's see if I can make it a little quieter for you. It's burning a little hot. Wow, that's already almost close. We'll go. Is that a little better for you? Sorry about that. I used to cut wood with my teeth like a real man, buddy. Okay. Helps, yeah. Hi, where are you from? I'm from Missouri. Yeah, I definitely need to track down my mic. Well, I didn't really anticipate making this today, but I should. Oh. Very sloppy today, I am. It's just becoming an entirely different knife shape. I'm gonna, you know what, screw it. We're gonna make this one just something else. I need to look at reference pictures for that other piece, so we're gonna just kind of make this something different. I'm gonna go ahead and start heating this oil up. Put this in and take it out a couple times. You can already tell that it's heating up a lot already. This is a lot more viscous. Just flowing a lot better. When I first pulled it out, basically solid, but it's been outside this whole time. We don't make mistakes, just different blades. Yeah. Sell me an EDC knife plunder. And knifeless. Oh no. I think this is gonna be like a French trapper style knife. Trailing tip. You want to straighten her out a bit though. I think I'm going to make a big chopper. No, I need to make stuff for other people. I want to make stuff for myself all the time. I can't keep doing that. I gotta actually make knives for other people. I think I will actually forge some EDC knives today as well, just little pocket guys. I got just about like that. Leave that tip a little bit thick because I want it to be thin on the final product. But I'll grind it to shape the last little bit. I need to stop forging that. It's so cold, but I really like the shape of that. We're going to draw the tang out since it's actually going to be a piece that's going to be used by someone, hopefully. If it comes out too crappy, I'll just have to keep it. Disco taper. Let's see. I can cut stuff with my Glock. Very cool. Sounds like there's some very unfinished edges on that Glock. Can't cut stuff with my Glock. Oh, you say you could. I was like, dang. Gotta jump on Facebook and start making it now. Hello. Welcome. Rosalinda? Sorry if I'm not saying that right. But welcome to the live stream anyway. We're forging some knives today. I think I will. Got me thinking about EDC knives. I think I'm going to forge a little EDC knife. No, I have a list. I'm going to get off something. I'm going to get distracted. This looks just about EDC size. Little piece of 1095 steel. Just about where I want it to. Up out of the way here. Yep, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and switch to this guy. Widen out this tang a little bit. We're going to draw her out. Pull her, put some nice grooves in it. Also, give something for the epoxy to hold on to. Remember we glue up. Two birds with one stone. I don't know what kind of handle we'll be putting on this. Well, how about that, everyone? Oh, snap. Just made another tobacco pipe holder. Don't forget disco taper, absolutely. I need to rehandle like basically all my hammers. These are all like from some old timers. I took a chip out of my my hammer with that mist strike. I need to clean the faces, I need to put new handles on them. It's just hard because all my free time pretty much goes to YouTube. It's hard to justify doing stuff like that when I could be on a live stream. The rest of my time goes to work and taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, spending time with my lovely children and wife. I think we're going to do like a 3/4 tang on here. I think that's just about good. I like the to be kind of like a hunter, like a long hunter style knife. It's going to be kind of rough forged. You know, nothing too fancy. Oh, is it a crack? No, it is not. That is just a coarse scale. I like the shape on this. It's kind of got that nice, got that nice curve to the whole thing. Kind of looks like an English trade knife. Show you guys that. I like that one a lot. See that tip thick, so trim it down. It's pretty thick on the back end, which is good. We're going to do a couple normalization cycles on here. Or, well, no, we're not going to do that. We'll do that at the end. So whenever I get to a point when I'm pretty happy with the shape forged out, I think I'm going to set it aside to cool off. And then we'll just make a pile, and then we'll do all the punching at once, kind of. Hopefully not get our oil too hot with all the stuff coming in. I think this will pretty much get us up to temperature on this oil. I have another piece of sacrificial piece of steel in here. Can't tell what it is though. Well, it's in there. Just manage it back. Yeah. Oh, this piece is up to temperature. Make this a little hidden tank cook-out, I think. Bring this side out a bit. I think all the tanks are right about there. We're going to draw that out. Yeah. Drink some water. Get caught up on my hydration. It's really bad because, like summer, you know, I drink water like crazy. You know, you think about getting dehydrated in the summer. But winter, it's a lot easier to get dehydrated because you're not thinking about, you know, oh, I need to make sure I drink this much water per hour. And I just end up not, at least me, I can't speak for you guys. I might put a glove on. I left this guy out in the rain. And it's real rough now. Yeah, it sat under all that snow this whole time. Adventures Lover. Me too. Thank you for the laughing Frankenstein face emoji. That makes perfect sense. So I'm looking around, I'm trying to find something to put down. I need to just get like an old piece of like got my piece on it, it'll be burned. It smells terrible. Let's see. Down, there we go. That's feeling a lot better. Sorry if the sound of the forge is louder than normal. I need to go hunt down my microphone. Yeah, this hammer's definitely giving me some hot spots. I might put a glove on. I really hate wearing gloves when I forge. So all it takes is a hot piece of slag to melt into it and you not notice. And then you've got hot liquid plastic on your hand, but it's tearing me up pretty bad there. And like I said, I work tomorrow. I'll be right back. I work tomorrow, so I don't want to tear my hands up too bad just to go and work and be miserable. Never mind. But I did find this piece of burlap I'm going to put down. I also found while I was inside this piece of Damascus steel. It's pretty thin. It's from a modified bearded axe. Let's see if we can forge like a little Thor's hammer out of this or something. Into a small knife, but I don't trust. I think it's like standing Damascus, which is like not known for their quality of steel, especially Damascus. Most of the stuff you buy on like Amazon or all of that, those cheap Damascus knives, it's usually a bad stainless steel with a bad high carbon steel or bad mild steel. So it's like they look cool, but they don't hold an edge for nothing. More decorative than anything. I don't know, this is pretty thin though. Let's see if we can't upset that, consolidate it a bit. I think I'm going to just cut this shape as Thor's hammer. Yeah, I think that's just way too thin. So much for that idea. But we are going to start working on a second piece. I need to keep moving. We'll do like a little carver knife. Sorry if I'm not getting your chats. Trying not to get too distracted. Appreciate you guys hanging out though. I will check in on your chats here in a second. So we get this piece back in real quick. Adjust my stance. I don't really remember why I decided to work on the tank first. I don't know. We'll draw that out the rest of the way later. Get this guy back in. I really hate forging this thin stuff. Put this guy back in here. I'll cut this piece in half. Make 2 little carbers out of it. I should. It's really hard to index. You can really feel that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this in half because this is so thin. It's really hard to like try to consolidate it together. It just wants to roll and fold over itself. I think what I am gonna do with this piece though is instead of use the hardy tool, I'm gonna use my little cutting axe. That way I can just cut the whole thing all the way across and be able to see where I'm cutting. Left that guy out in the snow too. That's okay. Alright, we're going to start drawing this guy out a bit. I think this is going to be a puko, which kind of a general outdoors bushcraft style knife, kind of EDC, forest EDC. Throw it back in the fire, grab this other piece, which is definitely hot enough. We're going to set her down because we're going to lose heat quick. Drop that. Start cutting through. Grinder bit the dust earlier, not sure though. I may have to do this for a while. I'm sure the $5 special Harbor Freight little cheap angle grinders are more like $30 now or something. How the economy is. Hi. Hey, welcome Dean. Welcome back. I remember you. We're doing knives today. This is the wrong pair of tongs. Right now we're working on a little puko style knife, little wood knife. And some carbers. Right now we're just cutting a piece of steel in half to get it to the right size. Old-fashioned way. I was going to do this before the stream, but my angle grinder, I believe, has died. Rest in peace, if it is dead. It was getting really hot and smoked a little bit, so I assume that's not good. It could have just been dust built up in there. But we will see. A bunch of mud on my knife maker's tongs. There we go, that's a good heat. thicker guy. Kind of like him. I'm going to draw the even that out, thin that out some more, and draw it to a nice thin tip. Let's see. Why can I not? Oh, the magnet. Stupid giant magnet on my anvil. It's cold, but we're just cutting the edge, cutting the shape. So I'm not particularly worried about it. I might be able to clean it apart. Not with those tongs. All right. Don't forget to like this live stream if you're enjoying the knife making and chit-chatting. Like blacksmithing, outdoor stuff, make sure to subscribe. Catch all my stuff in the future. Bye. Gotta remember to self-promote. We do have a membership program on the channel too. You'll get a special badge and a special color next to your chats. I see you pop in live streams, I'll give you a shout out. Shout outs also on my regular videos. You're having a good day, big man. Yeah, I think I'm having a pretty good day. I hope you're having a good one too. Definitely not a terrible day at all. Getting out, being able to have some fun in the forge. Make some knives, hopefully get some sold, throw them up on Etsy, some other stuff, fire steels, blanket pins. Hopefully going to have all that stuff posted in the next couple of days. Looks cut, but it's not. Like I said, we're going to just commit. Cut through this real quick. You guys hear that? Like before I went, it made like a weird sizzle noise. And the dirt kind of sounded like a fork. Back to our Puko. I need to start putting out regular videos on my channel again. I think I'm going to make a video whenever I make that knife for that guy. I think I'll make a video of making the knife from whichever movie it was. I don't think either Legends of the Fall or Windtalkers are extremely popular movies. And, I mean, they're good movies, but I don't think people are going to go out of their way and be like, whoa, someone did make the knife from that movie, because they're pretty basic antler handle movies. Like that shape. Send that tip out a little bit, draw that tang out some more. Deal with some ditching. We're going to flip her around and start working on that tang a little bit. And we'll get through this piece. How did that happen? That sucked. Got smacked in the eyelid somehow from behind my safety glasses. That could have been real bad. I don't even know what. I guess just a piece of slag. It's not a piece of my anvil, it's not a piece of that steel. Not my hammer. Not this axe thing. Yeah, that hurt. I'm good, hook rod. I don't even know how that happened. Make sure I'm not clean. That's smacked me pretty good. Push those up a little bit more. Probably gonna clip that. Gonna clip every time you get injured. This one's not worthy of the mystic look. I think I need to just focus on using one set of tongs and one tool. So I think we're going to stop trying to cut that. And I think we're just going to switch to making another knife so I can use the same set of tools. Get that good disco taper. Yeah, I think we'll call it on this just for a minute. That part of the forge. I think we'll just work on knives for now. Bigger knives, I guess. Another piece of 1095 to throw in there. How long have I been at this? 2 hours almost a day. So far I've made one knife, one fire steel, one brooch. Definitely need to improve on my forge time. Draw it out a little bit more. It's going to be a hidden tang, not a through tang. I think I will put a pin in it. I like to have that mechanical that mechanical thing to keep it together. It keeps the mechanical lock and it keeps the handle from coming up. Maybe your ink grinder needs new brushes. Oh, I was using the cutting disc on it. But yeah, it was smoking from the motor. Yeah. Yeah, she might be gone. Who knows? We'll see. I think I'm gonna do. Let's see, what other knives did I have on the list? Ooh. I think we're gonna make this one into a blacksmith style knife. Just for your plunder shop. There we go. Now we're forging with gas. Honestly, don't know why I keep coming in at an angle like that. It's a really bad habit to be in. Because I can already feel it's wearing me out faster than normal. Looks pretty much good to me. I'm going to clean up this area here just to kind of get this to not be such a sharper angle instead of being kind of that gentle taper. I want it to kind of be more of a 90 degree. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and I don't know, we'll start on the blade first. Out first, kind of get the tang figured out. Throw that back in, get some more heat on there. That a bit. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Families are okay. Go ahead and knock this corner in. Start trying to figure out what kind of blade we want to put on here. I really liked your Viking sax style one. Your little baby blacksmith sax. S&S Plunder Shop. Hello, person whose name I can't pronounce. Welcome. I don't know. I don't read Cyrillic. Love your content. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Went Valentine's shopping for my wife today. What'd you get? Well, maybe don't. If she, well, I don't know if she's. I kind of doubt that she's probably probably not watching this unless you have it up on the TV. If it's safe to tell me, that's irritating. I think we're gonna cut. I started trying to get that fish mouth to go away. It's got that overhang right here. This guy right here. We don't want that. So I think we're gonna go ahead and cut that off. Go ahead and draw this guy out a little bit more. Dang it. Bend out that tank so much that I can't grab these saws. We're gonna have to switch to fork draws. Straighten up some stuff on this blade. Got some dishing, some cupping. I call it. It's actually called, but it's where you start forging the outside end. If it comes in a bit too much, it makes like a dishing effect. Kind of raises the outside more than the inside. Some primitive style knives, it's okay to do that on. Like my what? Well, all right. There goes my anvil and my anvil stand. So I'm going to need to address that before I can do any more forging. This thing is on the ground and it weighs a lot. I think my anvil's like 200 pounds. So we're going to figure out how to pick this up without hurting ourselves. Carrying it from waist height without having to do too much to pick it up, that's one thing. But having to pick it up off the ground, that's a lot harder. Let's start with the anvil stand. I'm not even really, I guess it just tilted so much that it fell. I think I'm gonna put some stuff under it, because it does have a little bit of wobble. So we're gonna go ahead and put some bark under there, some other pieces of wood, kind of try to angle this a little better. Well, that sucks. The universe said it was time for me to take a break. We'll go ahead and bring it here. Well, let's see what the chat has to say about this. Harbor Freight has angle grinders. Got one a few months ago. Coupon for only $10. Yeah, that's the one I said, bring the forklift home. Yeah, I wish, man, a forklift would make everything so much easier. I'd be able to get this giant magnet off of here. I think part of the reason I said on here, 1, to take a break, 2, to chat with you guys, and 3, to see how stable it is. Oh. Yeah, it wants to tilt over. I think I need to pack some more stuff under it. This isn't my permanent anvil stand anyway. This thing's pretty worn out. Like, I mean, this is what the exterior is. It just literally, yeah. So it needed to be addressed anyway. So, but I'm not going to change the anvil stand today. I'm going to take a look, see if I got myself with that piece of whatever it is, whatever it was that hit me. Nope, I'm still beautiful. Fashion, Vogue, blacksmithing. Let's see, but yeah, I'll I don't know if it is dead. It could have just been getting real hot and had dust in it. But yeah, we'll need to figure out what to put under here to keep it from falling. I have lots of wood chips that I can kind of use like shims put under there. Ooh, gotta love it. I'm getting a pretty good hot spot. I don't think it'll turn into a blister, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna give us like 2 more minutes, then we're gonna get on this. I'm just kind of dreading trying to pick this thing up. I've never picked it up off the ground. It's weird seeing the underside of my anvil. I'm gonna be honest. I need to dedicate a day to cleaning her up really well, moving my whole setup inside. But I think what I want to do is wire brush, use a wire brush, angle grinder attachment, clean her up on the outside. Probably also put a patina on her, and maybe I'm gonna be doing some tanning soon on some hide. My hide's been frozen in a bucket in the garage for a couple weeks. But whenever you tan hides, you can make a really tannin rich liquid, and it'll turn. What's up, homie? What's up, homie? That's funny. Welcome to the thing, the live stream. We were forging knives. Then my anvil stand fell over, so I'm dreading picking up my 200-something pound anvil. I'm kind of procrastinating a little bit. I think I'm gonna drive a stick into the ground right next to my anvil stand, so it has something to kind of rest upon. It won't take me like but a minute to do that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Actually, I've got this really big rod right here, pry bar rod thing. Hello, welcome, Araushi. That is a hard name to say. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. But welcome to the live stream. You're gonna see me probably slip a disc in my lower back trying to pick up an anvil. We're gonna try to angle it down. I also broke my tripod, so I can't move you guys too terribly much. I can lower you though. We'll just do that. Whoop. All right. How's that look? You guys can see. Oh yeah, you can see the anvil. You can see the stand. How about that? Oh, pray for me, guys. Pray to give me strength. Oh, well, that's fun. The rod that I want to use to help prop this up right underneath. Good thing the ground is pretty soft right now. Yeah, I don't think this will be too hard. Go ahead. That's doing very little. Nope, I don't want to do that. I just realized this is going to be a big, huge pain to get out of here. So now that I've done that, I can beat this stick into the ground, and it'll be good enough. Nope, that one's too thin. There's a good one. Perfect. Nice mulberry stick. It's already kind of pointed. I think this will work just fine. Guys, we're here for some lore. That's working. The ground is just so Mushy. Yeah, it's good enough. Oh, guys. It almost broke my super high-tech metal holding device, which is literally a stick in the mud. All my magnets. So we're gonna try. We're not gonna pick her up just yet. Whew. All right. I think the plan here is I'm gonna try to wiggle it, you know, kind of walk it over, and then, you know, very safely pick it straight up. All right. Reminds me of that quote. Dread it, prepare for it, run from it, but fate will always come for you. I'm getting a little existential over a anvil. I just think I just need to do it and get over it. Whew. Count me down, guys. 5, 4, 3. Hold on. I should probably have stretched. Oh, man. This thing's so heavy, guys. I hate picking this thing up off the ground. I've done it like exactly one time, and then it goes from stand to stand. All right. Whoa. There we go. See, that wasn't so bad. I need to just get set up inside so I don't have to deal with stuff like this anymore. Whew! That wasn't terrible. Birds are singing. Birdie, 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 birdie. Oh, you guys are like way crooked now. Get that forge going again. Yeah, I definitely need to fix this. I think we're gonna, while we're at an intermission, we're gonna switch out. We're gonna switch out tripods. Got it. Hey, kiddo. My dad showed up to help me out. I had a feeling he might. What a nice guy. Shout out to my dad. Well, cool guy. We're gonna set you guys down right here real quick. Get to see some of the behind the scenes magic. Why did I turn my forge back on? I feel kind of bad for sending them away. I didn't mean to be like dismissive. Oh man. Oh, that's right. So, the problem with this is it's a bit deep. That one's not. But this stand, which is on loan from my parents, thanks to you guys. Obviously, you're watching. It just does not want to grab it the right way. So I have to really finagle it. Getting some Mystic Forge behind the scenes. You have to really, really finagle it to get it adjusted the right way. And it only does it this way. It'll only sit vertically. And it's a little bit shorter than my other one, but that's okay because it works. It's not broken. I'll show you how the other one's broken, how I tried to fix it. Yeah, when I took that tumble on the Viking hiking live stream, I broke. Doesn't look broken. Glued it here. This whole thing pops out, so it's unstable. I think I'm just going to epoxy it. I think we're going to two-part epoxy the bottom of this back on, but that's going to have to be later. Because it was nice because you could close it up like a selfie stick, or you're supposed to have been able to. Has this lock. This tripod's never really worked. You guys aren't here for camera talk. What am I doing? You guys are here for watching forging. I have made a mistake. You guys would be horizontal if I did it this way. So we're going to go ahead and tilt this back down this way. Tilt that way. See, and it has to be a little bit loose. I remember that was kind of the problem with this one. It has to be a bit loose, or else it won't. It angles up. That should work. Hopefully, get this kind of centered. Anvil here. Okay. Sorry. This brief intermission. There we go. Plug you guys back in. I think that worked out. Crisis averted. I didn't injure myself. I don't even think I'll be sore in the morning. Look at that. You guys are really far away now, though. I'm going to bring you guys in closer. Apologies again for the technical difficulties. I'm going to bring you in, guys, right. Just a piece of bark. Bring you in right about here. That way I can read your chats. So that just a bit. How's that look? That looks good to me. I'm not gonna lean forward and go, ooh, what are you saying? Can't read, I'm old. Now we just gotta get the forge back to temperature. We did all that work getting it up to temperature. By that I mean just waiting. Like that one? Definitely, that'll be a nice little frontiersman style knife. Do a very good job on the disco taper. I think that'll be okay. I think that'll be nice. Steel strikers looking good too. Got a nice curve. I like those. Hammer marks in there. Yeah, that's a good size. See, good striker. Okay. And we're not being nearly as productive as I had hoped we would be today. And by we, I mean me. You slackers are doing some stuff. You're motivating me to be here today. I guess that counts for something. Yeah, I was hoping to have like 2 or 3 knives done by now. But, you know how it goes. We're here. That's good. We got another one down. We're going to put that aside. We're going to get back to this blacksmith style knife. Switch out. See if we can't cover ourselves with slag. Dumber hammer. It's upside down. Bought it like this. Love it. Switch to that because it'll kind of, you'll see. No. You'll all see. I think we're gonna. Let's make a big knife. Let's work on that. Let's work on the hidden tang knife. I don't know if you're still here, Plunder Shop, but we're going to work on that. We're going to use a whole big piece. Maybe. We'll see if it turns into that. I have an idea for the shape. We're working on a big knife now. I was going to say, make sure to remember to do something, everyone, but probably going to tell you to like and subscribe and all that. Yeah, that's it. I'm a proper YouTuber. Yeah, we got this. This will work. We're just trying to eliminate this little bit right here. I'm probably going to get covered in slag doing this. Just want to tap that back in. Just about. If anything, I can just grind it off. I think. We'll figure out what kind of knife we want to do. With that, you have your items in your shop right now? I do not yet. I'm trying to fill up, trying to make a bunch of stuff to sell on there. That's kind of what this stream's about, is trying to get some stuff made up to throw on the shop, because I've been really slacking on that. I will here in a little bit. I'm gonna at least try to have one or two things done by tonight, good enough for the Etsy shop. It'll probably be. I know I'm gonna have a flint and steel fire kit. I know I'm gonna have a brooch on there. I don't know about any of the knives because there is some finishing work that I have to do. Hoping to get some stuff, because I'm about to work 4 days in a row. I just have not had a whole lot of time to fill up my shop. Why is it doing that? Lots of misstrikes today. It's because my stance is whack, yo. Sounds different. Oh, I took some of the magnets off, that's why. Throw this guy back on here. Listen to this, guys. Really loud. Throw a magnet on there. Much less loud. cut this guy in half right down the middle and kind of establish our end shape. This is going to be a broken back sax style knife, but it's going to have a spin to it. I'm making a double-sided one, but it's going to be a hidden tang. Man, I can't get that little lip to go away. It's really irritating. I'm usually pretty good about getting the fish mouths, which is where it like folds over. I'm usually pretty good about getting rid of those. I don't think I have anything sharp enough to cut that to where I need it to be cut. Maybe I'll grind it. I think I'll grind it up. Knock it out. I might have this knife, whenever it's done, up on the shop too, because this is going to require a lot less work. Because I don't have to put a handle on it. I'm going to forge the handle on it because it's curled over. S&S Plunder Shop makes a couple of these, made a couple of these on his channel, I think, or at least he's got a couple of these for sale. Bye. Actually, I need that one. And nope, we're going to use this one. We're going to use the Thor's cousin. Mjolnir's cousin, I guess. Cut this. So I want one to be bigger than the other. I think we're going to come in at pretty much this angle. Yeah, that looks good. Broken back sexes are really simple knives to forge, or at least to better as stock removal, I'm going to be honest, because you can just cut across it with an angle grinder and you've already got your tip done. You just have to grind in your bevels. I'm trying to elevate my knife making practice. Stock removal is good when you first start. But you end up wasting a lot of steel with stock removal knives. Which stock removal is where you take, like, say a piece of steel that I started with today, this piece here, instead of forging it, you just grind it to the shape that you want it instead of forging it. You might put it in a forge to get it up to temperature. Get it up to temperature to quench it and everything, or heat treat it. More time, but less skill. So, well, actually, I would even argue sometimes it can be a little more efficient too. That's why if you buy a knife from a store, they're all stock removal, punched out. Shapes are punched out, and then they just kind of get ground to shape. Yeah, sorry. I've been trying. I've been really trying to get some stuff made. It's just hard, man. I mean, you have kids, you know. It's you know, working to support the family, and then, you know, trying to start, you know, my side business YouTube thing, you know, the Etsy shop and all that. It's really hard to, one, find a balance, and two, find the time. Because it's like, my poor wife, you know, she's, you know, our kids are awesome, but watching kids is work. I mean, having both a toddler and a baby at the same time, don't do it, guys. It's rough. I love both my kids a lot, but it's a lot of work. It's wait till one's old enough to walk and talk and help with the toddler. What are you crafting today? Hey, welcome back. How do you pronounce your name? I always want to say your name, but I always feel like I'm going to say it wrong. Is it Inta? Inta Hartun? Or what would you like for me to call you? Because I can call you like Inta if you want, but I mean, you're here pretty often, so. But we're making a bunch of knives today. We made a couple. How hot is this? We made this guy. It's going to be kind of a long hunter style knife. My real name is Batul. Okay. 6, that was the house. I know how it is. Yeah, 6 kids. Wow. Gosh. But yeah, we're making some knives. We got this guy. One of the others is hot. We got some hot in the forge. I don't know how hot this guy is. This guy was just in the forge a minute ago. It's gonna be a puko style knife. Just have to fix the shape a little bit. It's still pretty warm. Woo. But we've got 3 knives. Gonna be 3 knives in here. But yeah, right now we're just trying to cut these pieces apart. We'll do 2 knives in the same style, both broken back Viking saxes. Bartoon. Let's see if I can remember that. Cool, I was excited. Oh, I'm way too close to this hot piece of steel. Yeah, I definitely need to move my forge inside. I think we're probably through the worst of the winter. We're through the worst of the winter, but you missed earlier, my whole anvil stand fell over, so that's going to be a problem with all the mud. Especially when spring starts and starts raining a lot. Figure out what kind of blade I want to do for this one. I've never forged a knife in this style before, this handle style at least. I think before I get too far on the blade though, I think I'm going to draw the blade out later, but I want to get this handle figured out. I've never done this type of handle. Basically what you do is you draw it out until it's a thin rod, and then you fold it back, and you give it like a little curl at the end, and that makes a really interesting blacksmith style knife. I've never done one, so it'll be a journey for all of us. Hey, welcome everyone. Make sure to like before you head out. Yeah, heck yeah. That didn't post the way I have, the way I wanted. I have 4 boys. So there's 10 in the house at the same time. Oh my gosh. How's the little baby boy and little princess? They're doing really good. They're a handful, but they're good. Always wished I had a baby brother. Yeah, I have an older sister and an older brother. But yeah, no, the kids are doing really good. They're doing very well, I guess. Yeah, they're definitely a handful. We definitely should have waited for the second one. But you know, things happen how they happen. Push that up a little bit. Got smacked with a nice piece of slag earlier. I'll kind of show you, I'll pick it up and show you whenever it gets done. Cutting through through with this heat. I mean, we're going to have to do a couple more heats to cut all the way through. I could probably switch to the Hardy tool. There's a cutty bit here now that this is most of the way cut, but it can be kind of hard to see where you're cutting. It makes it where you can see exactly where you're putting your cut if you want it really precise, which I do. That's just about up to temperature on the other one. So we're cutting straight across. We're going to literally leave that as the tip. The sharpened side will be on this side and on this side, and then we're just going to draw the handles out. And I'll figure out which one I like more. But we're going to pretty much, once they're out, leave the shape as is. So we're going to really start drawing this handle out. Really need to move some steel on this. I want to do this first because I don't know how much steel I'm going to need, so I don't want to get too dedicated on the handle and then have to take, a little bit more of it. It's kind of looking like that other knife I forged the other day, the Skinner. Got another heat on that. It'll get faster and faster as I put more heat on it. It gets thinner and thinner. 2 under 2 are a handful, but it's such an adorable age gap. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that they're closer in age because, wow, my Anvil's getting actually pretty hot. Because that means it's like they won't be. I mean, my daughter might be like, oh, I'm in high school, you're in middle school. You're kind of lame, but they'll be in high school at the same time. They'll be in both schools at the same time for part of it. But they won't be so far apart. It's not like a 15-year-old doesn't want to hang out with like an 8-year-old. At least from what I understand, like I said, I never really lived with my siblings until after I graduated high school. I moved in with my sister, but like for my childhood, I was pretty much an only child. Just because she was older and moved out, as I was growing up, she's a lot older than me. I think I'm going to need to take more, but we're going to see. This is pretty beefy steel, so I might be able to pull the handle out of what I have here. Wow, it's crazy because I have it right here, but it's crazy how much this well, here on me, which I need to. I can't remember if I heat treated this or not, but they're pretty similar looking. Just this is like a bigger version of this, but this is I'm gonna finish shaping this later on. Switch that back around. But yeah, I'm hoping they'll be close enough in age that, they won't think that they're too cool to hang out with each other. They'll kind of be in the same schools at the same time for a little bit. That way they can kind of look out for each other and not be too far apart. The second they both turn 18, bam, out of the house. No, I'm just kidding. I think that mentality in the world's kind of gone. I don't think I think the world's changed too much to kick them out of the nest too early with that. That used to be a thing. I would say that really stopped like the generation before me. I mean, I was out at 18, but I chose to go. I'm sure I probably could have stayed a little bit longer if I wanted, but I wanted to get out and do stuff. Ooh, that was almost bad. I think we're going to switch to a Hardy pole cutting tool because I think it's just going to be a little bit faster now. I used to have just a legit axe I used for this. Actually, I mean, it's still in my trunk. Wow, that is cool. Thank you. We need to go soon. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to end this live stream pretty soon here, I guess. We're heading over to the in-laws dinner. We'll at least get this knife banged up. Fix that up a bit. So many misstrikes today. Yeah, I like that blade shape a lot better. Go ahead and try to draw this out as much as possible. Kind of hitting it angled like this so it draws it out a little bit more. I could be using, you know, the hammers that are literally made for that I have sitting right here, which I'm actually going to do that. I think I'm working harder, not smarter. About the same weight. But this wedge shape draws it out more, pulls it out faster. I was hoping to do like a 5-hour stream, but I think I got out too late. 2:30, yeah. 2.5 hours I've been streaming. Which is good. I'm glad to be able to get out here. I'm gonna definitely yeah, see? The way the heat was going before, I have to do it this way, just so I can really start drawing it out. And then you do that, then you can flatten it out. Come in from the side. A little bit. I'm going to flatten out all these hit marks I put in here. You see that I drew that out quite a bit. Now it'll definitely heat up a lot faster. Go ahead. I'm going to feel. Actually, you know what? I could probably just. Nope. Not as well as I would have liked. I'm definitely going to need to clean these cuts up. After I get them out, we're going back to the X. Kind of like this. Actually, I'm going to go take it to the angle grinder. Let's see if our angle grinder's dead, guys. I'm not going to take it. It'll be like 5 seconds. I'll be right back. We're on a time crunch now, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's good news. Oh, just about about fell there. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. A minute on the angle grinder. Which the angle grinder, proud to say, happy to say. Oh, don't forget your proper PPE, everyone. Angle grinder's working fantastically. She was just getting a little too hot this morning. I think there was some dust in there she was burning off. Still going like a champ. Oh, there we go. And that's the shape. We're going to sharpen this side, draw the tang out. I don't know if we'll get to it today, but I'm going to pretty much like right here. From here over is going to be blade, and we're going to draw the tang out. It's going to be a hidden tang. This is the smaller of the two, I think. I don't think I cut them very evenly, which is okay. Whenever I make two knives from the same piece of steel like this, I always call them like sister blades or brother blades. These are definitely going to be sisters. I don't know why. You just know. You can't misgender your own knives. I almost picked these up with my hands. So I think we're gonna, when I got these done, I think we're gonna set these aside for now. Because I gotta draw the tangs out and everything. Let's see what time we got. Wife, what time are you wanting to leave? Oh, let's see. Stop when they turn 18. They move. Ouch. They multiply and they don't come back. Yeah, I bet. By the way, my brother and I have a very short gap, and we are not close at all. Oh, well, that's not good. Sorry to hear that. How goes it? Had to bail for a minute because X-grabbing stuff. Good job. Thank you. It's going good. Plunder shop, where I cut out the shape for my angle grinder's not dead. I don't know if you were there for that part, but it's still kicking. My $5 special from Harbor Freight. It's going good, but I'm forging, inspired by you, Mr. Plunder Shop, a blacksmith style knife. I'm trying it out. We're just trying to draw that tang out really well now. I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Plunder Shop? The blacksmith pirate himself. Do you think I need to pull more from the blade? Do you think I'll be able to draw that out thin enough? It's got a twist in it. It's misleading. It looks way thicker than it is. I think I'm going to need to take more from the blade to be able to pull that out and have that be a blacksmith knife style handle. Plunder Shop, you're definitely the in-chat expert on these. I think I messed around and made one. It's very similar. One more look while you're forming your expert opinion. Back to fire. Need about 9 inches for a hand my size. So I don't think I'll take more from the blade. I think it'll be like a little guy. Maybe like a little EDC style or a little carver blacksmith style knife. I was kind of thinking about cutting a piece of brass to the shape of the handle and cutting a groove in the thing so it has like it's wrapped around that piece of brass, put some nice hammer marks in there. Be pretty good looking, I think. And it would give a little bit of weight and a little bit more like it'd fill in that handle. 9 inches. You need 9 inches for a hand your size, or a hand your size, bud? Greedy. I think we're gonna, yeah. I don't want to thin it out too much. Like I do need to thin it out so I can get that nice little curly Q going. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's all falling apart. This blade is pretty hefty, so I think she can afford to lose some more to the handle, so I can always draw the blade out more. This is a family-friendly channel. I would never say anything untoward or anything inappropriate. Never, not ever. Ooh, that was hot. Huh. I had cut 2 little pieces for flint steel, which actually, if we're going to do that, I need to do that now. Because we're going to end the live stream pretty soon here. Am I laggy? Got like a little bit of latency on my thing, on my screen. Plunder Shop, were you here when my anvil stand fell over? This to line up with the back. It needs to be in line with the spine of the knife. Ooh, I like that. I like that blade shape, that size. That'll be a nice little PDC guy. Go ahead and get more heat on her. That's the thing, it heats up fast when it gets thinner, but it also loses heat faster. No, you're good. Oh, good. Yeah. Ah, yeah. No, this whole thing just toppled down. I just kind of like stepped aside and I'm like, there's still a print where my anvil fell. So you gotta see me dread picking up this 200-something pound anvil off the ground. My dad showed up right after I got it picked up, which thanks again for that, Dad. Sorry, I didn't mean to like scare it or like send you off and be mean. Appreciate you coming out to help out. MVP of the channel. Bring that in. It's a little chunky, but a couple wax won't fix. I want to leave this nice little divot here because I'm going to have that curl in and then sit right in that divot. So I might accentuate that more, make that a little bit more of a thing, or I don't know, we'll see. I might have a misstrike with my hammer and then that could just completely go away. I do need to steal more handle material from the blade right in that area. So oh dang, wow. I'm gonna use a different hammer. I don't like that one anymore. Well, I'm gonna keep using this hammer. I don't know where my other ones went. Wife, are you in the chat? Hey, Lions Fixes Shop, welcome. We're doing a little forging today. Obviously. See how warm my anvil's getting. I'm doing good, Lions. How are you doing? Proper anvil, absolutely. I love this thing. I think, is this your first live stream you've seen of mine with where I'm doing forging? I'll show you some of my projects I've been working on today. We got flint steel kit, strike with that side. Use a ferrocerium striker with that side, which is like a modern flint and steel, but it's a double-sided one. This is going to be a nice little puko style knife. I need to readjust some of it, make this back straighter, do some stuff with that, even up that. It's going to be a nice long hunter style knife, frontiersman style knife, big thick on the spine. got a, first thing I forged, warm up the forge. It's going to be a penannular brooch. It's going to have a pin on it, stick material through it, have a pin go through. It holds two, it's going to be a cloak pin basically. Holds two pieces of fabric together. It's got that nice blacksmith finish, so I think I'm going to do a brass pin on it because I think that'd look really cool. But I was trying to get like 12 knives done today, but that did not happen. Yeah. Right now we're working an old blacksmith style EDC / carver. Blacksmith style means that it doesn't have any like wood on the handle. It's just handle's basically a drawn out piece of steel that wraps around. I need to start rounding it out a lot more, drawing it out. Yeah, you're coming in pretty much close to the end of this live stream. I need a heavier hammer. Oh, there's my good one. Yeah, you're coming in pretty close to the end. I gotta head to the in-laws for some dinner here in a little bit. Hell yeah. Hey, old bull. I didn't know you were in here, old bull. I've seen you in here a couple times. Welcome. Yeah, we're hopefully gonna, what the point of today's live stream was, besides obviously live streaming, I was trying to get some stock built up for my Etsy shop. Because money's tight. So it was a working day today. We got one day off this weekend pretty much. Well, I had two, but not in a row. Weekend. I don't think I'll put a twist in this. I was going to put like a decorative twist at the very end, but I think that'll be abrasive on the finger. So let's see. Plunder Shop said I needed about 9 inches for a large hand. I got about 2X hands. I mean, who knows what size hand the person who buys this will be for, but I mean, big knives fit in small hands. So I imagine it'll be okay. Let's see. Do you have earplugs? I do not. We raw dog in the sound. It's actually a lot louder on the camera than it is in person. My Anvil's pretty quiet. He obviously stands out there as far every day. Do you do this full time for a full-time job? I wish. I work at a warehouse, unfortunately. Thank you for being accountable to safety, if not for yourself, for those learning. Yeah. You gotta have the safety glasses at least. I should probably, I mean, it's not loud. It sounds very loud, but in person it's like this sounds like you're clacking two plates together. Maybe even quieter than that. But I have noticed on watching the replays of my live streams that it sounds very loud. Like, especially when you're smacking steel, this is very, very quiet. So we're going to start, I think we're going to round it out now. That'll help us draw it out. And if I have too sharp of edges while I'm trying to draw this out, it will, it tends to try to like twist itself. So we're going to get everything kind of rounded off. This is going to be kind of a forge to finish type knife. Because once it's done, it's pretty much just going to be done. I imagine I'll put a handle, or I'll put a sheath on this. I wasn't gonna, but I don't know, that doesn't really feel right, sending out a knife without a sheath. Throw her back in the fire. Just about done with the live stream. Waiting for the wife to be like, it's time to go. Let's see. Everyone on YouTube knows best all the time, yeah. Yeah. I don't get too many of the, actually, you need to be doing this, and this, and this, and this. I don't get too many of those, to be honest. I have a really good community, really big, like, viewer base. They're really cool people. But yeah, no, a lot of people who pop in, I barely get trolls. I get a couple per live stream, but I mean, they're not even really bad trolls. Like, my worst one today was talking about coffee enemas. And that was it. It's like weird, but like, I mean, not that bad. So we're gonna go ahead and, ooh, misdirect. Just about, I want to draw the end out a lot. Straight around. So that's looking to be about 6 inches. I do not know the conversions for everyone who does not use Imperial. That's good, you're just a chill guy. Oh gosh, Reddit. Oh man, we're gonna go on a tangent now. Reddit is a fantastic resource for certain stuff. Makes me laugh, love. Get as far without having a clue what you're doing. If you watch, you can see he does. Luke, you get this far without. Is someone? I don't think I'm seeing like whoever you're talking about. I don't know if there's a Luke person. But yeah. Oh, like you. Okay, it makes me laugh. Like, you get this far without having a clue what you're doing. Watch, you can see. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I don't really get a whole lot of those people. Oh, but Reddit. I'm going to complain about Reddit for a bit. Because I've been on Reddit like 2 years. And I'm on there for very, very specific stuff. And it's usually like really weird like fandoms. Like I have this little, like, it's an electronic device. It's really outdated, but it does a whole bunch of stuff. I went on there to like get help with something on there. And it's like, it was made by some dude. It's hard to explain. I don't want to say the name of it because it was also like something that people were like, oh my gosh, it's this, but it's literally just like a little electronic tool that does like all kinds of wireless signal stuff. But I was on there and I went on the specific subreddit for it, and it's like people hate you for getting into this stuff. Like I was with it pretty much from the beginning because I remember when the guy was talking about it, he did like a Kickstarter, did all that. I didn't do the Kickstarter, but I ordered it once it was done. And like here's how toxic it is. So it's like that really weird, little quirky piece of technology that was made. Someone posted a question. They're like, "Hey, what do you guys use your flipper for?" It's called a flipper. Sorry, spoiled it. But it's called a Flipper Zero, and it's not hacking, but it does all kinds of stuff. I wanted it for like some very specific purposes. Mostly reading and writing NFC cards, which is near field communication. It's like little badges you use for work. stuff like that, RFID, NFC. But it does other stuff. It's pretty much like a Tamagotchi also. It just did all kinds of stuff. You could program it to do whatever you wanted. So I got one of those because I wanted to learn programming stuff, learn Linux, learn all kinds of stuff. But then people were using them for like bad stuff. Like there were rumors of people like stealing credit card information with them, which is totally wrong. That's not true. Because it's not even the right kind of signal thing for that. People are like, oh, people are stealing cards. It's like you can unlock, you can open the Tesla charging ports with them. That's because Tesla made all the signals the same because they're silly. But I got on there and I saw a post and it was from a dude. He was like, what do you guys use yours for? You know, I really love it and I love this community. Tell us what you use them for. And everyone was like, if you don't even know what it's for, you're stupid. If you don't know what it's for, you should just leave. It's like you just come on here trying to see what it can do, but really you should just learn how to do it yourself. And they were like, you don't belong in this group, you need to leave, all this other stuff. They were just being so rude to this dude. And it was the guy who created the device. It was literally the guy who came up with it and made it. And he was just seeing, and he was like, I'm so disappointed in this community. You guys, you know, it's supposed to be like a fun thing where you learn to program and make it do all kinds of cool stuff. I play solitaire most of the time now. But yeah, and it's like that guy deleted the original Reddit because he was the one who started it. After that, because he was just so disappointed. But Reddit's just so toxic, especially if it's anything technology based. People are just so like elitist and so snooty and rude on there that's not even worth it. But like some communities like r/knife making or, you know, bushcraft, all those cool communities, I like those, I'm part of those. But man, I don't know, talk about like some of the biggest know-it-alls, some of the biggest like poo-pooers, gatekeepers, some of the worst people out there. Actually, you should have $1 million shop if you're going to be a blacksmith. Yes, I've heard that. Do you consider suggestions, questions, and understanding to be trolling? I do not. I joined Reddit to ask something in regards to my pet bird, and God, everyone was acting as if they are a vet. It was so annoying. Yeah. Cold Steel? Like the brand Cold Steel? I don't know, I might have missed your first part of your question. I was ranting. If you're going to smith, you must forge from iron. Well, yeah, dude. Well, and this may get you, Plundersmith, because I know you have more involvement with American Bladesmith Society than I do, and people who are in it. But like, they think that they are like the ones. They're kind of like that in the knife community. Not to that degree, but they're like, well, we make the definitions for everything. Like the whole like, oh, Damascus has to be this many layers in order for it to be Damascus. It's like, what we call Damascus isn't even Damascus, first of all. It's pattern welded steel. All of it. I think we just about got it. But I don't know. The whole like, oh, it has to be over 75 layers. It's like they don't get to decide that. That's just not how it is. When you smith, you must forge from iron. Yeah, but that is I have heard that people have. Someone once told me they were like. They were talking about Japanese smithing. They're like, you're not actually a blacksmith unless you do Japanese style smithing, because they sit with the ore and you pray to it and they pray to the gods to have it. But blacksmith means, you know, they're smiths that are covered in black dust and it's from the charcoal and like all this other stuff, and it's like. But it's funny because they were talking about that and they were like, well, it has to be all this and it has to be that or else you're not a blacksmith. And it's like, okay, well, you're talking about a bladesmith or a swordsmith. as the people that you're talking about. And blacksmiths and bladesmiths, that's two different skill sets. I mean, it's like moving steel is one thing, you know, blacksmithing, but bladesmithing is an entire other skill set. You have to know how to heat treat the metal. You have to know how to thermocycle. And it's like, you know, there are blacksmiths that are bladesmiths, but I don't know. There's just a little bit more to it in bladesmithing than there is to blacksmithing. And that's no offense or anything. It's just a different skill set. It's like saying that whittlers and carpenters are different, because fundamentally they are. It's a different skill set completely. And there may be crossover, but they are fundamentally different skill sets. But yeah, this guy was like trying to tell me, it's like, okay, well, if you're not ordering steel from traditional people, good to hear as it is a pattern welding, yes. 320 or more to be Damascus. Yeah, see, I don't buy that. Because low layer Damascus is still Damascus. I really loathe groups of people who make themselves, you know, it's like they create the group and then they're like, well, we're the ultimate authority on this thing. I don't really believe in that. That does not jive with me. Also, how's it looking? Should the tang be this thin? I don't know. I think it looks okay. I mean, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. You know, I'm just basically getting back into it now after years of being away. I mean, I've made knives. I don't know how many knives I've made, but I've never made Damascus, but I don't think, you know, one group of people should get to define something and get to make all the rules on stuff. I don't think that's really how it works. I think that's a dangerous way of thinking. Don't forget about the specialty brands and how anything else is unsuperior. Yes. Is there a rounded face on your hammer? Yes. So I've got this side which is more rounded and this side which is more flat. It's kind of hard to tell. It's very subtle. But I don't even think that's a proper blacksmith hammer. I think that's just a mini sledge. And I just kind of reprofiled. I think we're just about ready to start curving this. But yeah, I always love that, dude. Like people talk so much crap on me using 1095, and it's like, well, it's a time-tested steel that we've been using for hundreds of years, and it's reliable, it's forgiving, and it's really funny. Knife people can be really obnoxious too. No offense if you're a big like knife guy. I'm a big knife guy, but I'm particular on my likes and dislikes of knives. Not to get into too knife politics, but it's really funny, these guys who are like, oh, you use 1095, you're using the 1095 fixed blade. Well, I'm using this CPM 3B, you know, folder, you know, that I paid $700 for. So actually my knife's better than yours. And I'm like, oh cool. What do you use it for? And they're like, well, I mostly like cut open Amazon packages. And it's like, okay, but I mean, each their own. But I'm gonna take a knife that I trust. I don't know. I use my knives for outdoor stuff. I really put my knives that I make through the paces. That might be a little short. I think I'm actually going to straighten that out. Nope, we're going to commit. Go ahead and bend this back and see where we're at. Because this tip's just about where I want it. What am I doing? Oh no, what am I thinking? Oh yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to have like kind of a gentle swoop. We're gonna go ahead and try to tap her down. I think we just about got it. I'm gonna give it another heat because I want to move some stuff around. But I think I want this to kind of come out and be like a little bit of a finger guard. I think it's gonna be a little bit for a bit of a smaller hand. But you know, it's my first one. I usually don't sell my first one of knives. May I make a suggestion? Absolutely. How long is the tail? No idea. I don't have a ruler here. Good afternoon. Hey, Bill Clancy. Welcome back, Bill. Let's see. But yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and hit me with any suggestions you'd like. I'm always open to suggestions and improvement. I'm a woman in my 20s and I'm the most city girl you could meet. Grab a matcha every day and do Pilates. I'm here for pure admiration of the craftsmanship, but to me all knives are knives. That's fair. That's absolutely true. And you know, there's nothing wrong with being a city person. There's lots of good things about living in the city. Hey, let's go. It's just exactly how I wanted it. I'm gonna go ahead and hammer out this tank, just kind of straighten out. This is exactly how I wanted it to be. No, it's all going south. The American Bladesmith Society has shot rays into my head and made me an incompetent knife maker. There we go. Look at that. My first one ever. I think I do want to curl that back a little bit more. Alright, hold on. Let me. Some are more beautiful than other knives. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any better or worse knives. I think they're all just different. I think that's true of people too. Not to get too existential over knives, but we're going to put this in, get one more heat on it, and I think we're going to be done with this live stream. We'll shut her down. After this guy, looks like we got some chat happening. If the Seahawks win, AB, can I have mod? I will never know if they win the Super Bowl. I don't really watch the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be honest. When I was a kid, I had a teacher at VO Tech. He was a blacksmith, and he told how to make bolt cutter bar from a Visa farm machinery, and he told me Clemson processed the knife grains. Huh. Down just a little bit more. I think I'm really liking that shape. Let's see how it fits in the hand. Horrible. Straighten out some stuff. Yeah, this one will be, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to send it out without a sheath, so I'll definitely make a sheath for it. These are like traditionally just kind of for like hanging up in a shop. I've seen some blacksmiths, they'll just clip them to their aprons. I'm liking that. So we're gonna try to forge in a little bit of a bevel. And I think I want to try to push it down a little bit more. I feel like that's going to get in the way of using the knife. I think that looks nice. It kind of looks like a mouse. Kind of a mouse shape. But I think that'll be better. go ahead and put more heat in. I'm gonna, because it's very, very, very thick. I want to thin that out a bit. A fun experiment. If this is a piece of garbage, I'm gonna keep it. Let's see. Do a scroll at the end. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. Gorgeous knife. Take care and see you soon. See ya. Have a good one. Lower your tong hand when you draw out the tang. As you hammer, you raise your hand, causing the tang to bend, straightening it, causing fatigue in the middle. That's true. Have you used the molten lead quench technique? No, I have not. I did not know that was a thing. I don't know if I want to keep that much lead around. If I do a scroll on the end, Plunder Shop, won't that like... I mean, you mean like a very tiny scroll? I feel like that'll, I don't know. I feel like that'll like dig into the finger when you use it. I kind of thought that it was to keep in there. All right, let's see this advice again. Let me read this. I did not absorb that. Let's see. Lower your tong hand when you draw out the tang. Okay. As you hammer, you raise your hand, causing the tang to bend, straightening it, causing the fatigue in the middle. Yeah, that just makes sense. Because, you know, whenever I'm... Yeah. Okay. Keep that lower. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm pretty much self-taught, so I have friends out west that make iron bells and iron jewelry. That's really cool. Just shorten your extra material tight scroll. More draw will happen at the horn. Straight at the flat of the Anvil. Yes. It's not healthy for sure. Need hood and vermiculite. Yeah, see, I don't know about all that. I think I'll stick to regular quenching. Kind of very roughly start to thin. Yeah, I'm definitely no expert blacksmith, definitely no expert knife smith. I'm just pretty much self-taught and just getting back into it. Pretty much like what you've seen me do on the channel, which I've only had this channel since last July. So I haven't been back into it for too long, but even then, I mean, I've been making knives for 10 years, but I haven't been making knives that entire 10 years. Shorten your extra material tight scroll. I will attempt. I will think about it. I mean, only offer suggestions to aid you, and if it works for you, then good came from it. Then good came from it, yes. Wow. Well, my reading comprehension is terrible today. No, I appreciate any advice. Especially, I mean, you've probably been doing it longer than me. I'm definitely not I don't have any scroll tools. I'm definitely not an expert. I use the good old Leatherman. Get more heat on that first. Get it pretty warm. I might try to tap it down with that little tiny hammer. Get it to kind of pinch in. I just feel like that big bit would be nice for I'm going to deform my tip a little bit maybe, but wrong tongs, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, see, I don't know, man, because I kind of want this to be a nice, like, finger groove, and if I do, unless I'm, like, folding it in really well, mean, it's aesthetically pleasing. But I don't know. We'll see. Well, I don't know. You can't really unscroll it. So go ahead and get more heat on this. I'm going to grab a different pair of tongs. These crappy Amazon wolf jaw tongs are not doing very good. They're okay. 40 years plus blacksmithing, and every day I learn something new. Yeah, you never stop. I say you never stop learning. Never, ever, ever. Any skill. I don't care what it is. It's always really funny when a craftsperson or I mean, any skill. I mean, even like someone argue that video game playing is a skill, and I know people are like, "Oh no, you're just pressing buttons," but it's like, okay, well, sure you can play the game, but can you play it well? I mean, I don't really play games, but I like to use that as an example because I mean, there's a skill set to it. There's things that you have to learn. There's practice, but yeah, I totally agree. I mean. But yeah, I very much appreciate your advice. Oh, this is all going south. Plunder shop, you've led me astray. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gross now. We're gonna straighten this back out. We're fixing it. Plunder shop, you're grounded. It was probably honestly my execution, but I'm gonna go with my original idea. I think my kind of original vision. Hands are definitely getting fatigued. All right. Try to heat up that end. That's one reason I really wanted charcoal for it. Being able to heat very specific spots. Message retracted. Open it back up. Forgot this is your first. Yeah, I don't often do much scroll work. I will start doing some fancy ones. Like I know bladesmithing pretty well, but the blacksmithing stuff is pretty new to me. A lot of the techniques of blacksmithing. All right, we're gonna open her back up. We've got that end heated up. Let's see, does that have enough heat in it? Nope. Shop. You know that I'm a rank, arrogant amateur. Straight out. We're gonna squish that. It's not gonna be the same. We're gonna try. This one might be just for me. I usually do keep my first, but money. If this ends up not being good enough, send that to someone. Either I'll sell it at a really discounted price, or I'll just keep it. Who knows? Anyway, normally we don't retract messages, but a bunch of words were added. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate when it... Sorry, it was just a suggestion. I'm coming to your house. Nah, kicking your door. Not down, just gonna kick it. I'd say kick your dog, but you have a cat, I think. I was saying when I was a kid, I had a vet teacher, he was a substitute teacher, he's a blacksmith, he told me the process, how to temper steel for, oh, temper steel for a knife, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's like the whole thing, my whole thing I was saying earlier, is it's just kind of different skill sets. Nothing is better or worse, they're just different. It's like my carpenter and whittler analogy earlier. Neither is better than the other. You can be both, or one or the other, and that's fine. Sorry, so I'm trying to straighten this back out. I'll fix it. I should be able to fix that. But oh, but my whole point is, like, you can hand a knife, you can hand someone who just knows blacksmithing a piece of steel, and they say, hey, make me a knife out of this, or, you know, tell them to grab a piece of metal, make a knife. They can make, sorry, hold on. I'm gonna grind that down, I think. But I think this is okay. I think this will work. Shift that over a little bit, but I think it'll be comfy in the hand. I think it'll have good ergonomics. I actually kind of like the way it's more out of the way of the blade now. But I think we're pretty much done with this live stream. Just a little bit. But anyway, handing a, you know, tell a knife maker to make a knife, and they'll make a knife. Tell a blacksmith to make a knife, and they may not pick the right steel for it. I mean, I'm sure most blacksmiths know, you know, the difference between hardenable and non-hardenable steel. Try the horde, and it's done. I'm not listening to you ever again, Plunder Shop. Go come kick the door, and we'll forge. Yeah. Have you ever made your own tongs? I have not. I want to, I need to, I really need to, because these crappy, these ones are not good, these ones are not good. I really want to make my own tongs, because there's like different, like weird shaped ones that I want. I'm gonna go grab a piece of brass real quick, actually. Hello, hola. I've not made my own tongs. I want to. I just, I know I could just use a couple pieces of steel rebar and make some, but I want to learn the proper way. I need to, like, actually be in person with someone, you know, who can show me stuff. Like, I really appreciate your telling me, you know, make sure to hold your tongs lower when you're doing that. You know, that's very helpful. I don't want to misshape this too much more. I just wanted to kind of clean up the edges, and now I'm going to get carried away. Bring that tip down a bit, though. My tank is also freezing up. I should have put it in a tote of warm water. I'll never give you a suggestion ever again. No, I'm just giving you trouble, boss. Man, I wish I had somewhere I could forge. Yeah, it's fun. definitely fun. Hopefully, or at least me, hopefully I can make some money doing that. This hammer's definitely overkill for this, but I'm gonna do that. That looks good enough for me. Probably grind in the rest. But I've been forging like 4 hours straight almost, 3.5 hours. Yeah, cute little guy. Time to quench it in straight water. No, I'm just kidding. 1095, it probably, actually, while the forge is doing that, well, we'll go ahead and we'll chat for a little bit, and we really need to go. Okay, never mind. We won't chat for a little bit. I'm going to turn off my forge, and we'll have some din-dins. Alright. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for watching me forge, do some stuff. Oh man, I kind of want to cool that off real quick so I can take a thumbnail picture. But I'm not gonna, because you know, I'll take a picture of it on the forge whenever I get done. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see stuff like this again. Oh, what does that say? Rookie? Yeah. Have a great day, Mystic. It was a blast. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get close to read all this. Hey, brother, quick question. When buying an anvil, is it a total deal breaker for chips or flakes missing from the edges, flat part of the anvil? I would say, I mean, if it's a good deal, I mean, chips on the edges aren't as bad as chips on the flat. I would try to avoid chips on the flat bit, because that's where you're going to be doing all your work. Mine has some chips, but I mean, this is a very old anvil. This anvil is like from 1800s, and I do have an email address, Bill. It is old bull. It's mysticforgeoutdoors@gmail.com. So same name as my channel, @gmail.com, all one word. But yeah, I would avoid chips out of the flat part. If you get a newer anvil, I don't know about all that. You can always refurbish the top. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, I would avoid chips on the flats. Corners are okay. Like he said, you can always redress your anvil. Yeah, refurbish the top. You could take it to like a machine shop and have them mill. You don't want super sharp edges. I would leave like a nice sharp edge on at least one part of it, because you can use that for cutting. Basically, you just put it over the edge, and I usually use this cutting edge right here. But some anvils, you'll make sure whenever you do, if you have it refurbished, you don't take too much off the top, because like these older anvils, this is a Peterson Wright, I think it's called. This top like quarter inch or top half inch is all hardened steel, but under that it's all iron, wrought iron. So Hardy tools help with the edge. Yeah, they sure do. But yeah, it what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you could pick up a cheap one and get it refurbished, that's cool. I've even heard of people getting these old ones, which is a little sacrilege to me, but they'll get these old ones. They'll mill a whole bunch off the top, and then they'll re-weld a newer piece of high carbon steel on there that's hardened. That's a bit sacrilege to me. I mean, these are pieces of history, but also they're made to be functional. So, like, I understand how it can kind of have to be both. You know? There's also, if you're just starting out and you're just doing it as a hobby, there's nothing wrong with picking up a cheap $34 anvil from Harbor Freight. Yeah. Get out of here before you get in trouble. Okay, let me do my thumbnail. Oh, wait. There we go. All right, you guys have a great night. You guys all take care. Thanks for hanging out. How dirty am I? Ooh, I'm pretty dirty. Gonna have to get cleaned up before I head out. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. Tune in for the next one. I'm gonna probably be finishing up making some more knives. Yeah, you guys all have a good one. Get out in the woods, stay safe. Wear anvils, tell stories. Yes, absolutely. Love this old guy. But yeah, you guys all have a great one. Most anvils can be welded, repaired, or dressed up. Absolutely. Yeah, everyone. Also, one last shout out. Check out Plunder Shop's channel. He's got a YouTube channel. Check him out. He might be doing a live stream right after this. Who knows? But yeah, he does live streams all the time. All right, you guys have a good one. Stay safe. Get out in the woods and maybe get out in your forge too.